My name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God. I've been doing this for, oh my God, 48 years, I think. And I've worked with between 25 to 35,000 people and taught. And this is all that I do in my life. And so I travel, not as much as I used to be pre-COVID, but I do travel. And matter of fact, I'm going to Philadelphia for a private event. Some people are sponsoring me there. And I'll be spending a few days there teaching the apprentice program, the training. And that'll be in the first weekend of May. And then the second, I'll be going to Phoenix to have another apprentice training and appointments, if anyone's near Phoenix, and which I don't think anyone is here. And then I'll be going in the first weekend of June, I think it is, or second. I'm going to, where is it here? June 18th. No, excuse me, I apologize. May, June. On the 14th, I'll be going to California to teach the apprentice training and appointments as well. And but everything else is online until other events are created in various cities. Again, if people are willing to have me out to their places or their churches or whatever. And let's see, every Tuesday, unless otherwise notified, or on the website, it'll say that the Healing Circle is canceled, or it's a go. Almost all the time it's a go, every Tuesday at this time. And then that's 6:30 Mountain Daylight Time, and then, or Mountain Time. And then there's the Healing Clinic. It's a very shortened appointment. It's 20 minutes long, very effective. And I'll work with main concerns that you have. And one person per 20-minute appointment. And then that's on the website where you can sign up for that. There's that's a less costly alternative to the full appointment, which is up to an hour. And so your dithers or whatever which you want. And let's see, Patty's coming on too. Cool. Hey, Patty.
Hey, Mark.
How's the workshop so far that I'm giving?
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Cool.
Amazing.
I'm outdoing myself.
Yes, you are.
And I'm learning a lot too. So from
I
the
think we
words that
all
are
Yeah.
coming out of my mouth. All right, that's great. That's awesome. And I'm doing a workshop now on intuition, the world of intuition, and going further into it. And it's pretty intense. Also, all my workshops that are offered, you can get them at a discounted price if you decide you don't want to attend. They're all online on the website. They're listed there. And Lynn, do you have any idea of the discount that's offered for that? I'm sorry.
Anyone who attends workshops, is it coming through yet?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Anyone who attends two or more workshops automatically gets a discount of 50%.
Well, it's
internet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all listed on the website, markearlix.com, if anyone's interested. And if I should be working with something, as many of you all have experienced, if I should see something by accident, I'll let you know. And there it is. And people can email Lynn as well. And she is, her email address is admin@markearlix.com if you're interested in reviewing or going over a workshop that are all on private channels, and only the people who sign up for them can see them. So and if you decide you don't want to go to a workshop, but you still want to view it, there is a discount, and Lynn will give you all the information of that, or there might be something on the website as well that describes what the discount is for people. And let's see, other than that, I mentioned the appointments. If anyone wants to give from their heart during the healing circle, or at any time, really, you can go to the website, and there's a gifting tab there, donate gifting. And truly, God gives back. All that is received, it's utilized for people that, especially one or two people that I know that are on the streets. And I'll either give them money or groceries, or give them a tip, rubber band in the stretch. Not really, but it's it's very used. So please take that to heart if anyone's interested in doing that, and if you notice change in your life or your body or whatever. So again, I'll go over, when I work with someone, I may see something or hear something, and if I do and it's pertinent, I'll share it with you. Oftentimes I don't, but oftentimes I do, so who knows which 50-50 it is. And what I do may affect you either immediately or incrementally in your life, or you're walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? If that should be the case. And again, I give my heart as everything that I can, and then I try to get more. And I'm not coming from a religious place. I understand religion. I won't talk about it. I want to be open to everyone. So any questions, any comments of anything I can try to answer, please, anyone, please. Susan, anything?
My husband's sitting here. I didn't sign him in. Is that okay?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yes. What's his name?
Dan.
Dan. Awesome. That's fantastic. Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And any other questions or comments, please? I also work with pets, and I've worked with many horses. I've worked with lizards, birds, dogs, cats. I haven't worked with insects. They have less of a complex consciousness than the other animals, and all animals have a complex, simple consciousness, if that makes sense. Humans have a total complex consciousness. They begin developing it, they begin taking it on from usually the age of between 3 and 7. And so that's when we come across most of our dilemmas in the beginning stages of life. Our dilemmas, dramas, and traumas that create who we are, what we are, why we are today. So, all right.
Mark, I do have one question.
Please.
When you're working with a group and you sense something, is it a generic sensing that's about somebody's malady, or do you actually, in a group environment, sometimes tap into that exact person?
Most often I'll tap into that exact person. The very first story that I remember that came to mind just now when you were beginning to ask that, I was doing a healing circle in Phoenix, and there were about 20 people there, and I was standing in the center of the circle talking before we started working with the healing. And then my attention, even before I saw what it was, my attention swung around to this one woman, and I started talking about a sarcophagus in front of her. And it wasn't a casket, it was a sarcophagus that was standing up. And then all of a sudden I was wondering inside myself, what does this mean? And and I didn't get the whole picture yet. It was in little splinters. Then it started coming in, and I saw that someone in her life, very close to her, had gone through transition, death, and a passing. And I said the sarcophagus opened up, and it led into a change of life for this person. And then she started bawling away, and I'm watching her, and she's starting to tell me about her partner who had just passed, but his whole life had just changed, and he believed that he was going through great changes in life now. And so I'll see stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, my head swung around this other woman, and who I didn't know as well, and we talked about her child that had just died, and she started bawling away, which I understood. And but it showed a creative light to it all, which was really fantastic, and it helped her a lot. So sometimes, these things will come, and I'll see things. One time at a healing circle in Chicago, there was one woman that came up, and she didn't speak English. Her daughter was with her translating. And the daughter said for 85 years, she's had back pain, and very severe. The best neurologists in the world couldn't figure out what it was, and they didn't have didn't have the ability to rectify it, to help it make it feel better. And she lived with this all of her life, all the 80 some odd years. And so I went up to her, started scanning her. And then I got down to the age of 7 or 5. I got down to the age of 5, and I didn't know what this energy was that I was sensing. And then as I put my hands on her calf muscle, or a little below her calf, around her calf muscle, I saw her. That was the 85-year-old woman or something like that. And I saw her as a little girl jumping over this stream in the woods, but her friends were coaxing her over, and she was afraid to go over the stream, and they had jumped very easily. And so she jumped, and she slipped, but she slipped on a magnetic rock, and it injured her. It was a rock that just totally injured her. And then, but it was magnetic. And I saw this, and what it did, it threw her electromagnetics in her body out of whack, totally. And so I just corrected it in utilizing a tool, and for the first time, she stood up straight without the pain. And to my knowledge, after that, she no longer had it. But I saw these things, and I told her about it as I was seeing it. When I was working with her, and the elderly lady, she started crying away. I remember that. I remember that. And it was in Europe when I lived, and so these are the validations, and I'm trusting, in what I see. Sometimes people will not acknowledge it, either because they don't remember, or they saw it in a different understanding within them, or they don't want to remember, and they don't need to, and that's fine. And sometimes people will call me up the next day or a couple days later and say, "Oh my God, I remember it now." And so everyone is unique, and everyone is different. So I don't know what's going to happen or conspire to happen, if that makes sense. Does that almost answer the question?
It does. And thank you, everybody else. This is old news to you if you've been with Mark before.
I resemble that remark. Get it? Remark? But all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, great.
I would say that it's always interesting to hear your stories, Mark, and I've not heard most of them, so.
Oh, cool.
Nice. So thanks.
All right, great. Thank you. All right, and I work with what I refer to as, in my perception of God, and that's as far as I'll go in the world of religion. speaking publicly. And I have a gift, like everyone has a gift though, or many gifts. And my main forte is healing, and it works through light. And you can't really, going back a moment, you can't really have any gift in this world without the world of intuition involved in it, the inner teaching without it. And it's just not possible. So all gifts, regardless of what it is. And I work with light, and the light is my gift, my goal, and my tool to be able to teach others and to be able to share it with people and help them realize they also have the availability to these things to varying degrees according to their personality, the way that they were brought up, their families, their friends, their environment, the continent, everything. Everyone has a uniqueness to them, and we're all cells within that mind of the divinity. Okay. Let's see. Ruth, talk to me. Put that paper down. Put that thing down. Tell me any one thing that's bugging you in your body, please. How's your neck? And how's your back?
Neck's is much improved. And if you could work on my lower back, it's a continuing.
Okay. All right. And is that above the tailbone and below the waist?
No, it's just at the waist and a little bit going up.
Oh, up. Okay.
Maybe about 3 inches. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, hon. You just relax.
Yes, I will.
I really believe that within the next couple of days, it's with the muscles so tightened in the that are extending from the spine, that are attaching to the spine, that they'll actually be relieved, and the spinal column itself in that area will actually pop a little, which will give it a relief.
Okay.
My perception.
Thank you.
Did you? Sure. Oh, my honor, my pleasure. Now, did you sense something happening when I was working with you?
Not in that area, but I felt energy throughout. So.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Blessings to you, and thank you so much. All right. Harry.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, I would like you to just pray a blessing for me, but I'd like you to work with my spouse, Trixie. She's getting some strength back, but she could certainly use some more help with her pain levels and that sort of thing. So I would ask for that tonight.
Did you say work with her back?
Just her pain levels.
Oh, her pain levels. Okay. Let me work with Trixie first.
Okay.
And everyone, please do keep me updated. All right. And any particular thing you'd like me to ask a blessing on you for?
Continued good health.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Sure, Harry. All right, my friend.
Thank you. I could feel a warmth just flowing around. It was wonderful. Thank you,
That's
Mark.
my pleasure. That's what I refer to as the love of God. So
I
the
appreciate it.
Creator. All right, my friend. Blessings, blessings. Susan, please, and Dan. First, either one.
Well, I'm feeling quite good. I'm working on essentially, I've worked with little kids for the last 12 years until I retired, and I did a type of healing called neurofeedback. And
Cool.
I have always wanted to learn more about energy and distance healing, and so that's part of why I'm here tonight, to
Cool.
to meet you and to possibly learn in the future. And so if we could have Dan sit in the chair and he can tell you what's going on, because he does have some maladies.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All righty. Hey, Dan, come on.
One of them is I can't move very fast.
Oh, that's okay. Either can I. So, all right, my friend. Any particular thing in your body that's bugging you?
Mainly lack of energy. I get very tired very fast when I'm doing something.
All
And
righty.
been that way for years.
All righty. And what I wanted to ask you when right before you started sitting down, why have you been or have I don't want to prejudge anything here. How's your heart been?
I've never been diagnosed with any kind of heart issue.
Okay. All right, good. Good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work, you have a good heart, but I'm going to work with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And tell me if you sense something happening while I'm working with it, okay?
Yes.
All righty. You just relax and enjoy and
Got it.
think of life. Starting right there. I'm just curious, did you sense a warmth?
Yes. Yes.
All right, good. Good.
Yeah.
And did you sense anything else happening in your body?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay, the warmth is all that's sufficient. I'm going to
Yeah.
work also now. I'm going to imagine, which means to image in action, putting
Mhm.
my hands on your head,
Okay.
and it's not pretend, it's not fantasy, it's through my imagination to image in action, and we'll see if something happens here inside your skull in the whole brain area. All right, how does that feel? Did you sense movement inside?
Yes.
All right, that's stimulation. And it was the same with the heart. That's why the warmth. There was nothing wrong with the heart in my perception. I know nothing medically, but there was nothing in my perception that was wrong with the heart. It's just, it's not that we get older, we get more mature. And, and so I like to see things that way, and that we can still have stimulation throughout our body, and a good level of activity. You know, uh,
Yeah.
my perception.
Good.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate your being here, Dan. And
Well, I appreciate it.
yeah, let's see. And I'm curious if at some time down the road, if you notice change in your life, you know, or either immediately or incrementally, you know, just drop me a note or whatever.
Will do.
All right, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. Anything, anything at all there, Susan? Any little,
I suppose you could just do a chakra clearing, just zip up through me, clean me out.
no, you don't want to be cleaned out, believe me.
Okay.
You don't want to go there. It's hell. Uh, all right, my dear. And the what we're really after in life is that we're after finding ourselves. We're going after evolution in our life, in our mind, to be able to find that divinity that we live with. And that's what everyone is really seeking, known or unbeknownst to them. And everything of a dross nature, of a destructive nature, kind of falls away naturally as we seek that in wanting to know more of ourselves. And my perception of things is That's why I don't go after cleansings, so, or healing like that.
Well, I
Because that
felt,
can be
I felt
rough.
energy. And
All right.
felt like,
Yeah.
it kind of felt like a vibration of energy from
Yeah.
the heart on up. So,
Excellent. Excellent. Exactly what I worked with. All right.
thank you.
Awesome. My pleasure. My honor. Uh, Patty, my dear friend.
Hey, Mark,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. Thank you
I
very well.
would love for you to work on my left jaw. It's starting to really hurt again. Kind of like where it hinges together. That's the
Okay.
most pain I'm getting. Left
All right.
side.
Are you clenching much again?
You know what? I'm not recognizing it. I just know that this side is a lot worse than this side this time. Normally they get bad together, but
Yeah.
this one, so I must be clenching. I must be doing something.
Yeah. Have you recently had something with your teeth?
No.
Do you sense that something is happening with your teeth? With one of your teeth?
No, I can't
Okay.
say. Just
Good.
the
Okay.
jaw.
Okay. Here you go. I just felt a little release in there. So I want to go a little bit more. All right, my dear, how do you feel? You notice any difference in there, Patty? Be candid, please.
Yes, it feels very relaxed and my jaw was just dropping and dropping and dropping very gradually.
Good. And try to remember that for the rest of the night, as much as you can, or as often as you can.
Will do.
All right. Tell me, I'm really curious. Were you or your husband working today or holding today like two rods, straight sticks or rods that you remember?
He wasn't here today. He's out in Lake Placid at the golf course. So he might have been holding some kind of a rod,
All right.
but
All right.
it wasn't me.
Okay. All right. I'm curious. Was he playing golf at the golf course or?
No, he does not golf. He does administrative stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Ask him if he was working with two rods or two sticks in some way
I
or another.
will. I will.
And okay, it was just minutia, but that's
I was
okay.
doing laundry.
All right. Oh my God. Nini, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, Mark. My sinuses is a lot better, got better now.
Oh,
So
thank goodness.
I just need your blessing for today.
You have it.
Thank you.
Any word on the other matter that you know of?
No. anytime.
All right, my friend.
Thank you,
All right.
Mark.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. And please, we have a while yet. Any questions I can try to answer pertaining to what I do or what I believe in or what about healing or intuition or what's happened with you or anything, please. Ruth.
Yeah, this is not what you just asked for, but could you work on my uncle? Actually, my husband's uncle. He's 93 and he loves to sing in the church choir. And all of a sudden he says he's losing his voice. He's got to clear his throat constantly and it doesn't clear. So I'm like, what's going on with that?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing that you may want to try is ask him if he doesn't mind drinking lemon juice. That might inhibit something that's developing. So,
like lemonade or something, will that do?
yeah, a little more tart or a little more real, but with real lemon.
Yeah.
Okay. And not just flavor. But I'll work with his throat. The muscles in there may be getting weak as well. I'm just assuming.
I don't know. He's pretty vigorous and, still drives and just active, has a girlfriend.
Oh my goodness. All right. That's great.
Whole circle of friends. So
God bless him. All right.
Exactly.
Let me work with them.
Thank you.
And definitely, do that. And also I understand that gargling with salt water helps to relieve any kind of tension in the muscles. There. So both those things.
Okay.
The old ways,
Yes.
Yes, as we mature in life, the muscles lose their plasticity, the strength. So that may be one of the things, but we'll see what happens now. And if he doesn't have more times where it's not like that, and that would be lovely.
Great. I hope that helps a lot for him.
All right.
Yeah,
sure.
And
all righty.
Thank you,
Susan, oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Susan, how's Dan doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. Do you notice any, not to talk you into it, be candid and objective. Do you notice any difference in your blood flow or neuronal firing or whatever, if you can notice that.
Well, I feel good. I would say yes. I don't know specifically what you
That's
meant,
fine.
but I have a good feeling right now.
All right.
I'm a terrible reporter.
Self-reporter, yeah.
Yeah.
He was outside working today physically, and so he's tired.
Oh, I would be too if I did that. You mean me walk to the mailbox? Oh my God. Every day, you know, I have to drive somewhere and then get out of the car, then go get my coffee and go back, walk back to the car. That's a lot, you know. All right.
You're at a different altitude.
Hey, there you go. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, 5,100 feet up. You know,
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
not
there's no air. You know.
right.
Thanks for reminding me, Ruth. All righty. And Susan, I love the neural understandings, you know.
Well,
It's
it was my passion until it wasn't. I couldn't get enough of it, studied it,
yes.
ate and you know, my whole life was about neurofeedback for those years. But now that I'm retired, I'm, you know, wanting to learn more about healing. I think we are all healers, and if we have time,
Yes, we are.
And if we have an inclination, it's calling to us. So it's time for me to start taking
Yes.
classes and so forth. You just started a class on intuition. So the first session was today?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So if I jumped in on that class, is there any way I could catch up, or should I wait for the next one?
Yeah. You can catch up by tomorrow morning. Lynn, by the way, who's in Canada, my virtual assistant, she will be posting it, if she didn't already, on a private YouTube channel that everyone can listen to as many times as we want for the rest of their life. Okay. And it's for 4 days of an hour and a half a day. They're pretty intense. And the first one today was very intense. And I think that you'll love it.
Okay, and so what time is it daily? I'll see if the schedule allows me to do it this week.
It's from noon until 1:30. And if there's one that you can't make, like say today, you can watch it at another time or tomorrow morning or whatever. She puts it up at around 6 a.m. our time.
I know I'll miss Friday, and so it goes through Saturday?
No, Friday.
Okay, Friday's the last
Tuesday,
day.
Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday, and Friday. Yes.
Okay, so and then when's the next time that you'll do a class on intuition?
I've given enough classes on intuition and healing and workshops, either the 2-hour workshop or the 4-day workshop like this. And so what I'm going to do next is have a class next month. Every month I have classes. And so next month I'm going to work on prayer. I'm going to teach a perspective, a Gnostic perspective on prayer. Is going to be pretty in depth and non-denominational, non-sectarian. And it'll get in depth how we live in prayer. So that's going to be something that I hope a lot of people are attracted to, that class.
All righty, thank you.
All right. Yeah, today's class was incredible. If you want to join it, Patty's in it, and she told me at the beginning of the class here today, healing circle, that she liked it. So I'm keeping her to that. So,
Loved it. Loved it.
all right. And yeah, please, if you want to. And then I'll let Lynn know that you signed up for it from the website. And then she immediately sends you, a link to everything, how to get into class, everything.
Okay.
All right, great. Harry, how you doing, my friend? How do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good, Mark. Thank you.
All right, good. All righty. Patty, how's your neck and back area, please?
My jaw,
The jaw, I'm sorry.
Well, it feels wonderful. Now the other one, I can feel the tightness here because you release the tightness over here.
That will, yeah, that will pretty much balance. It'll
Right.
find its, place, synchronicity with each other.
Much better. Mark, I do have a question.
Please.
I know your tool is light and you teach us how to work with light. Does that have any connection to our sun, which is light, like solar light that gives us life also?
As above, so below.
Gotcha.
And the sun, S-O-N, S-U-N,
Okay.
all the correlations in there. And we have it within us too. It's our life.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes. And that's what the light is almost like our, in some sense, this isn't 100% correct. It's almost like the light within us is the gluten for the electromagnetic to, come together and work together in synchronicity with each other. And if we didn't have the electro part of it or the magnetic part of it, the cellular structure wouldn't be able to stick. Within us, our cells would be flying off our fingers and whatever. And and so everything works together. It's our life, literally, and it gives us life. Not only symbolically, but in reality as well. Now, even our neural network, it's the activity. And there's firings which are light and they carry information. And in a basic terminology there, everything is light in that respect, and that's our life. Capiche? All right. All righty. And Nini, how you doing?
Doing good, Mark. Thank you very much.
All right, my pleasure. And Lynn, anything in particular, my dear friend?
Hey, Mark, I would love a blessing from Uncle Tom.
Are you there, Lynn? Her internet connection. She's probably in a snowstorm right now.
I would love a blessing from my Uncle Tom.
Okay. All righty. My pleasure.
Thank you.
And I already know a situation from last time. All right, and please do keep me updated about them as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. And anything for you, my friend?
I'll take a blessing.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
All right, my friends. Any final questions before we rock and roll here?
Thank you.
Sure. Anything, anyone I can try to answer? Ruth? All right. Susan, Dan? Any-
Thank you.
What's that?
Thank you for tonight.
I don't think that I got the whole comment.
Oh, I just appreciate that you invited us all to be here tonight, and I'm
Oh.
feeling great.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. And please do keep me updated. And Harry, Patty, and Nini, any questions or comments, please?
Not tonight.
No, thank you.
All right. We had a small group tonight, which was awesome. Well, God bless you all, and have fun and be at peace and enjoy your life. That's what it's for.
Thank you, Mark.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Good night, Mark.
Good
All
night.
right.
Smart.
Good night, everyone.
Night. Bye.